Good morning. Just thought I'd share something that happened. Actually, it happened a couple of weeks ago, but I couldn't even bring myself to verbalize this. So I meet someone on Facebook, regular Facebook, not Facebook dating, nothing, just regular Facebook. And he reaches out for me and he starts to talk to me about authors that books he's read, blah, blah, blah. And he was very well versed. New authors that I was reading without me saying like, oh, I'm reading a book by so-and-so. He was like, oh, that sounds like so-and-so's book. So I'm like, okay, he sounds legit. Then he tells me how he is a competitive ballroom dancer. Now, a lot of you know, I love to dance. I post videos all the time dancing. So that piqued my interest. So I didn't really get into too much more. We were on FaceTime, so I knew what he looked like. I thought I had a good vibe, feeling like he was legit. Want to meet for an appetizer. Okay, meet for an appetizer. You gotta watch the videos that are like this, right? You just gotta. There has to be a physical connection. Anybody that gives you any kind of BS, oh, it's not about the physical, baloney. Till you get to know someone and you learn their energy and whatever. And if you've been friends with someone for a long time, it certainly could, maybe it's not about the physical. And ultimately, it's not about the physical, but there has to be a connection. So I'm gonna give you a visual. Okay, so we get the visual, right? The tight, skinny jeans that it doesn't match up. All right, I'm not making fun. I'm giving you a visual. Anybody that knows me knows I don't look physically at someone. I really there has to be a connection, but it's not just about that. I've dated some interesting people in my lifetime. Okay, fine. So I could smell the alcohol pouring out of him. Now it's 5 o'clock in the afternoon. How much did you drink? It's 5 o'clock in the afternoon. He proceeds to tell me that he had a DWI about 20 years ago. Okay, shit happens. I'm not being judgmental. I go, well, how do you deal with that on the daily? Because he also said alcoholism runs in his family. He said, I drink every day. Okay. Then he proceeds to tell me he's a nomad. You're a nomad? Yeah, I go from house to house. I don't own my own place. I feel that I gave up my worldly possessions and it freed me of any ego. He was freeing himself of his ego by giving up his worldly possessions. Interesting. And again, I am so good. I'm just like, oh, that's interesting. Then the kicker. He doesn't have a consistent job, and he's never held a consistent job because, again, ego is attached to monetary things. No. So again, I said, that's interesting. Now he leans and he touches my leg. I go, I'm sorry, we just met. Could you not? Right? Very nicely. Could you not? Oh, I will always honor and respect you. Take your hand off my leg. A few minutes goes by. He does it again. I go, I'm sorry. Could you not? We just met. So now, complete turn off because, I'm not interested in, the whole alcohol pouring out of you. Nomad. And not just out of work, not laid off, not falling on hard times. This is a life choice. And the half an hour date, because he knew I had clients at night. Half an hour, have a nice day. Calls me the next day, again, over FaceTime. I had such a great time with you. I feel a real connection. I just want you to know I'll always honor and respect you. Bullshit. So now I'm listening to him and he keeps with the honor and respect. So finally I just had to say straight up, I'm like, you gave me no indication that you would honor and respect me, because every time I asked you not to touch me, you continued to do so. So there was no indication that you would ever honor and respect me. I said, and the whole thing about not working doesn't resonate with me. I've had a job since I'm 13. Since I'm 13, I forged my working papers so I could work at Pathmark. Yes, because I wanted to work. There is no free cheese in my world. There is, you work your ass off, you put food on your table, you pay your bills, and you do what you got to do. So that whole nomad thing, I'm like, and I kept it nice though, because like, I'm not here to hurt anybody. It just doesn't resonate with me. I said, and again, the honor and respect thing, those are words. Those are words in your world. You just throw them out. Like some people curse, they throw in an F-bomb or whatever. It's just like little fillers. I'm like, it's just a filler for you. There is nothing about that. And he was like, he goes, well, I treated you like I treat my friends of 30 years. I go, so your friends that you've had for 30 years, you don't honor and respect them either, because when they tell you to stop, you keep going? And he was like, well, yeah. I was like, oh my goodness, where do these people come from? Honestly, where do these people come from? So hug your loved one a little tighter. Know that there's some interesting characters out there. Even when you screen, even when you do a FaceTime, even when you try to get some information. I feel like I need a private investigator sometimes. Do you have a job? It never dawns on me to ask, do you have a job? In today's day and age, you don't have a job? Again, not falling on hard times. This is a life choice. I really wanted to say to him, you chose to check out of life. You're choosing the easy way. You're choosing for people to care for you and take care of you. That's not letting go of your ego. That's using other people. But I didn't say that. I didn't. Let him be. Let him live his life however he wants to. It just can't be part of mine. So, what am I doing wrong? Could you imagine? For the love of God, could you imagine? Have a good one, everyone. Bye.